Hey, your school. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Oh, good. I left a copy here. Oh,
and you took my.
एक काम कर. अच्छा ये तेरा है. अच्छा you took my copy to your home.
Yes. Yes.
At least I safely return the copy to you. I
So
think we are completed the chapter called Denudation. Correct?
Yes.
Completed or?
Yes.
Why except him? Nobody came for the PTM. Right? Only he was the only person. But I didn't see you. Neither you with me.
You were on a call, and then you went out, and I was able to see, so I came for that.
And why you two guys? Why you two guys?
My mother and father had gone to the village for 5 days. I was home alone for 5 days.
Home alone.
Yes.
What is the movie name? Home alone.
Yes, sir.
अपना छोटा बच्चा home alone. Bodyguards था या अकेला?
Akela.
Oh my. He was for trouble. Huh? It is hydrosphere. Yes or no?
Then you told me in the beginning of the world that you that I by mistake you into the rest.
Hey, Denudation, any questions you want me to explain? Absolutely.
No.
So write down the new heading, hydrosphere. And write the introduction part for everybody.
There will be digital agents of denudation.
Agents, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Then that chapter is free. Wait. Check whether did we do denudation ka work of a river did I complete with you?
Yes. Upper course.
Then did we do work of a wind?
Yes.
Kadam na chapter.
So now I will stop.
Wait, can I anyone? Anyone?
Bye.
And then to get anyone some payment to make it. Head on hydrosphere introduction.
Sir,
Yes.
you
What is that? Introduction right up. Each time's always some talking. Hydrosphere refers to the combined mass of water. Refers to combined mass of water found on the Earth's surface which are in the form of oceans, sea, let's see, you're at sea. Rivers, lakes, ponds, etc. One more sentence. Approximately 71% of the Earth's surface.
Then what about glaciers?
Is covered, or wait, I'll say 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. Just write this and wait for me, and we will explain. And put the sources of water.
out of all the other planets that we have in our solar system, 8 or 9? 8. Which planet life originates? Earth. Is water is the only, or is there anything else which is available?
Oxygen.
Oxygen. So why this water is so important? Because, what is that word? Because this much is covered with water. Is it drinking water?
No.
Then
Saline.
ocean is a saline water, no doubt. Sea is also a saline water.
0.98.
0.89% is only safe for drinking. So he was asking me whether we can say snow. Snow
Glacier.
melts to form water. Glacier melts to form water. I cannot take either snow or glacier as a form of water. Because if I say if you're parched with the thirst, are you going to eat the snow? Why not? Usse to pani hai. Is he going to buy glacier? Not possible. Not possible.
No.
So normally water is what? Something we say that ream of the earth which contains water. In fact, many astronauts who have reached the space, they said earth appears very blue in color. In fact, you also see big seas or oceans, sometimes not oceans especially, sea appears blue, clean. Is it actual the water is blue in color? Then what?
Reflection of the sky.
Sky. Then if you see the water outer space, because of such quantity, how much? 71. Definitely you will look at that as a blue planet only. You really believe आगे भी ये blue planet ऐसे ही रहने वाला है?
No.
क्यों?
Because of global warming.
Warming,
The
evaporation
ozone
increasing, ozone depletion पानी के साथ नहीं.
Sir, ozone
Rise of temperature, evaporation increasing. है ना? So there are a lot of global things. But as far as our topic is concerned, we are not only going to understand what is hydrosphere, then you'll find sources of water, then you find what are the ways and means through which we are saving our hydrosphere. Are we saving it or are we destroying it? Destroying it. Oh my God. How?
By throwing waste.
Plastic waste.
What is that? What does that you say that?
Chlorofluorocarbons.
Pollution, water pollution.
Increasing level of water pollution. 1. Wastage of water. 2. 3.
Killing marine life.
Drinking water.
No. Drinking water तो फिर क्या पीजिएगा? Petrol or diesel?
No.
Very bad. Rate of evaporation increasing. Correct? Failure of monsoon. At least 2 दिन के पहले तो हम नहीं बोल पाएगा. Failure of monsoon. Mumbai, है ना? So this monsoon was much dreadful than what 26 July was. But I don't know, somehow we pulled it out. For many people, 2005 and 6 were. Where I was also a victim, where I also swam all the way from Lower Parel to Vashi. The next day only, I didn't come on that same night. I somewhere stayed with my friends' house. So here, what I'm trying to explain, the importance of hydrosphere. We can say atmosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, and hydrosphere. So how do you maintain this water level? Very simple. What is that? Afforestation. What is afforestation for you?
Reducing the cut down of trees.
Very true.
Planting trees.
ऐसा बोलना ये क्या reducing the cutting down of trees. That will be deforestation. Level of cutting down of trees are rising. If you go to any mines, you know what are mines, coal mines or something like that. Government ka rule hai. Minimum you should plant 1,000 trees before starting a mine. Do you really believe any of the mines in India will truly plant 1,000 trees? It's very rare case. They might have planted some saplings. You know what are saplings? And when the government officers come, say, sapling hai na. Look, kitna dasi hai. हाँ हो जाएगा ना 2-3 महीने में ऐसा. And next visit में भी वही sapling है. You are shocked. क्या? अरे वो थोड़ा सा problem. Because these saplings were not even original. Understood what I'm saying? Sir, India is support. But India is the only country where we have so many number of rivers. Correct? Some are perennial, some are non-perennial. Like we have Ganga, the Yamuna, the Brahmaputra, the river Indus. But what are we up to? Question is all pollution. If this level of pollution takes place, then there might be a time when we become more like Sahara. So वो क्या है? A desert, Sahara desert. That we might compete with Saudi Arabia. What? Deserts. Camels है sir Rajasthan से जरा ले लेते हैं. Yesterday did you see the government offices where BMC people were floating on that particular small kind of a boat, and he is doing service. Maybe city of Rome coming back to Bombay. You know what is city of Rome, na? Panikendra. Some part, not all. So we always believe we have to take a serious note in not only understanding hydrosphere, but also finding out ways and means. Correct? Sure. Let's follow the next. Sources of water. Right. Main sources are as follows. Main sources are as follows. 1. Water found on the surface of the land. Water found on the surface of the land. Put a hyphen, right? Ponds, lakes, rivers. I'll come with some of them.
Chant vibe.
154.
Yeah.
754. Water fountain.
Water fountain,
Yeah.
ponds, lakes, rivers.
Oh my God. What is it? Ponds, lakes, rivers, streams. Don't write well and tubewell, huh? वो underground हो जाएगा. The second, underground water resources. Underground water resources. And now you can read wells, tube wells, bore wells. Etc. Next. Besides these, water present in the atmosphere. Besides these, water present in the atmosphere, bracket में डाल दो, water vapors. Close the bracket. That's it. Let us go for some reading and not writing, getting bored, is it? Now there are some diagrams which we will be doing. I hope everyone has a pencil and the eraser. Right on. Now look here. So I'll try to explain the difference between a wave and a tide. Then after this, there are you seeing this one and this one? Which two eclipses we are going to study?
Solar and lunar.
Lunar eclipse. I think this is for time and again you might have studied. What is an eclipse, by the way?
One celestial body covering another celestial body.
कौन सा body cover करेगा हमको क्या? हमको तो अर्थ से मतलब. When I say solar eclipse, what is coming in between sun and the earth? Moon. If it's a lunar eclipse, what is coming in between? Sun. So when I am obstructing this fellow and I'm not allowing him to see him, I'm coming there. Huh? it is one eclipse. Matlab, whatever he is throwing light at me, that my shadow will fall on this person. So the dangerous eclipse generally we understand is solar. Why solar eclipse are dangerous?
Because they cause.
Generally,
high-
it is advisable not to view this phenomena through a naked eye. Correct?
Or you go blind.
Because it might not exactly blind, but it might cause. We do not know. But lunar eclipse are very safe. Correct? And but bacha bolta main to 9:30 baje खा के सोया lunar है. And not all solar eclipse, not all lunar eclipse are visible. That you know. And what we are going to study this solar and lunar eclipse for? We are going to study for what? Mainly for how much energy you are wasting. Huh? You don't need the lights behind, na? No, okay. Then you go out and bring a torchlight. So I said both lunar and solar eclipse. What does it do? It exerts pressure on the Earth's water. I think ये हम लोग को क्या बोलते हैं? Every month we have two occurrences. What is that first occurrence?
I have never
New
seen
moon,
a solar.
new moon night, or new moon day, actually, new moon day and new moon night, and full moon night. In Hindi, we call it as Purnima and Amavasya. समझ में आ रहा है? So both these days you might have seen the sea is swelling up. What is swelling up? Because these planets come on one straight line, so it absorbs some pull. What is that pull? We call it as
Gravitational pull.
that is what we are going to study. Okay. So let us ask him to read what is no, she's going to read since she's not having a textbook. Now she's reading waves or tide. Waves. Come on, read.
Waves are oscillatory movements in water.
Underline that word oscillatory. You know what is oscillatory? Na? Up and down, more like a circle. To and fro. Pendulum किया है आप लोगों ने physics में?
Yes.
Exactly.
Manifested by an alternate rise and fall of the sea surface.
Underline that word. Alternate rise and fall. Next.
These moving ridge-like curves on the surface of the sea are mainly produced by winds on the surface of the seas or oceans.
Next.
Only 2 points were
Yeah, next is waves.
tide.
Sorry, tide.
The rise and fall of sea water due to gravitational forces of the sun and the moon are called tides.
Underline that word. Rise and fall of which water? Sea water due to moon only. है ना?
Yes.
Next.
Due to both sun and moon.
Now put the heading in your notebook, everyone. Distinguish between waves and tides. Distinguish between. Start writing. Put on one side wave and other side tide. Write only short points. Okay.
Completed?
No, sir.
What is the next diagram? Look. Show me that. Hey, what is she sleeping at the book? Is it? Not very.
Waiting
Only.
for everybody else to come.
Who is that? Everyone. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Now this I'm going to explain what causes tide. The first one is which eclipse? Look here. This is moon. This is earth, and again we have moon. So here, if you see this entire diagram, the swelling. This is the normal part of the earth. But are you seeing this dotted line? But now due to this lunar eclipse, what is swelling? Are you seeing? High tide is caused. And look at that one side swell and other side. So the diagram has to be here and the here. Second one, nature of tides. We have one is high tide and other is low tide. Just understand here. So generally in geography, we say we have an alternating high and a which tide? Low tide. Correct? But then what? Do we have every day the same? Yes. You can see morning till afternoon. What is the time? And afternoon till evening, what is the time? So then in geography, we have to study one new word, which we call it as spring tide. Have you heard this? Another tide will be something called as neap tide. What is the meaning of the word neap tide? What is the meaning of the word neap tide? So I say highest of the highest tide. What is it? Come on, everyone. Highest of the high tide is a spring tide. Lowest of the low tide is called a neap tide. Why are we studying this? I mean, for example, we said today the high tide is going to swell up till to 1 meter or something like that. But suddenly on that day you find a 3-meter tide.
It's right.
It is plus 2 meter extra. That is spring tide. Understood? Neap tide, that is a low tide. वो बोलते हैं कि सर आधा मीटर तक ही हो सकता है. But it is going to below that also. So the lowest of the low tide and the highest of the high tide are understood by this name. Here notebook में लिख के रखो. They'll ask you what do you mean by spring tide? I'll give it later. What do you mean by neap tide? जैसे मैंने लिखा वैसे लिखो. High tide लिखो, low tide लिखो. We have the highest of the high tide, lowest of the low tide. Here's your notebook, man. Go and get some supplements from the office. How do you remember all this? Ja. No worries. Ja, likha. You should be careful. Notebook is getting complete. It's okay. It's okay. Get some 2-3 supplements. Yes. Now put the heading in your notebook. List out the main factors. Come. List out the main factors causing tides. List out the main factors causing tides. Right? Give the answer. Move. Nine. Right. First of all, did everyone write the question? Can you please repeat? List out the main factors causing tide or responsible for tide. Chalo, start. The rise and fall of water. Rise and fall of water due to gravitational forces of the sun and the moon. The rise and fall of the water due to gravitational forces of the sun and the moon are called tides. Did you write? Next. Following are the main factors. Following are the main factors causing tides. Put hyphen, write 1. Following are the factors causing tides. 1. Gravitational forces of sun and the moon. Gravitational forces of sun and the moon. Put hyphen is the main factor. Next. Revolving of the earth.
Sir,
Revolution of the earth, एक काम करो, revolution लिखा, and rotation of the earth from west to east. In an elliptical orbit. Hey, what is an orbit of the earth? This is the spelling, huh? Elliptical. Don't fly over the. Yeah. So from west to east. From west to east. In an elliptical orbit. How do you sleep over the book only? Huh? Good. Yeah. Not well, huh? Next. You're in well. Which one? Tube well or bore well? Next. High tide is always formed. High tide is always formed opposite side of the earth rotation because of centrifugal force. एक काम करो, because of ठीक है, centrifugal force of the centripetal force of the movement. Centrifugal and centripetal. You know what is centrifugal? Pulling everything to the center. What is centripetal? Pushing everything to the corners. Moon का centripetal और Earth का centrifugal. Now put the heading in your notebook. Sir, centrifugal forces of the gravitational force of the moon. बस. Centripetal नहीं मत. हाँ चलेगा. Then you have to write high tide and low tide. And you draw the diagram. Forces of the earth, of the gravitational force of the moon. Centripetal mercury, we get confused. So the diagram is on page number 113. This is of a high tide diagram. This is of a low tide. Then I will carefully draw. What is a high tide and what is a low tide? What is a high tide and what is a low tide?
Let's see.
Draw with a pen only. Paper not, pencil not.
Sir, none of the above are correct.
How do you going to study geography in 10 minutes? Really? Yeah, I'm going to school. Yeah.
Then, sir.
Done?
Yes.
No, sir. No, do it carefully.
Sir, Earth is an orbit spheroid, right?
That is orbit, sorry. Suddenly बोला orbit के बारे में नहीं बोला भाई. तो बीच बीच में ऐसा sudden से बोला. हाँ?
नहीं सर, वो नाम में पेपर में दिया था
इधर या उधर?
स्कूल में.
अच्छा, ठीक. Definitely it is an oblong spheroid. Know what is its meaning?
Yes, sir.
Anybody tell the meaning?
The
In the middle it is bulging and at the
bulging
end
at the equator and flattest at the poles.
poles. Children smart, huh? Exam में भी होना चाहिए.
Sir, I got only 17 marks.
Out of
20.
how about others? No.
20 papers.
23 out of 24.
Okay, very good.
20. Sir, same ratio.
And udhar?
21 out of 20.
Oh, very good. Look, it is nothing like that. These marks are important, but it will,
Sir, these are important.
moral booster. Important for what? Boosting up your percentage, na?
Yes.
Okay. Shall I give notes about the low tide?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone have known what is a low tide? Sorry, first is high tide, is there?
Sir, written low tide.
Yeah, how, what is that swelling? Listen, show me that volumes.
Yes, sir.
Look here. Now, when I'm saying this picture is of a high tide, look at this earth and look at this normal shape. And due to what? This is new moon day where there is no moon seen.
Yes.
And this is full moon day when we have this Purnima.
Yes.
And this is Amavasya. Purnima ही है ना? What do you say? Purnima. I don't know. The numbers of the sun. So here, due to the sun and the earth and the moon are on the same line, it tries to have a gravitational pull. You can see on both the Amavasya and Purnima, that is full moon, new moon and full moon, you can see the water is swelling up. So that will definitely cause a which tide? High tide. It might go for even which tide?
Spring tide.
Absolutely. Now then the same one, if you look at this diagram, instead of on both the sides, sun is pulling from one side, moon is pulling from the other side. So whatever the pull was from the sun, which is nullified by whom? Moon. Correct? और इसको हम लोग एक particular 90 degree position में बोलते हैं. What is that word? Quadruple. So nullifying the effect of sun by the quadruple position of the moon will cause a low tide. Right? That is what. So first your picture was high tide or low tide? So please everyone write for high tide only. High tides are generally caused.
और लिखा ना high tide का.
कब लिखा है?
वो एक
अरे that is causes of a tide. What is a high tide? What is the low tide? वो नहीं लिखना. Then generally caused when sun, the sun लिखा, sorry, the earth the sun, the earth and the moon are in a straight line. Second point, sorry. The combined gravitational pull, not full. Of the sun and the moon exerts. Basically, मैंने सुना बहुत होता है फिर क्या भाई ओए क्या
बहुत पहले से हो रहा है.
तो फिर तुम लोग ने टेक्निक किया
गायत्री मंत्र बोलते काम.
बस फिर हनुमान चालीसा पर मैं बोल
It's okay.
बट आई एम इन द फ्रंट यार तू इधर आ, मैं उधर चले जाता हूँ सीरियसली it doesn't really make me
Friend of the ghost.
no why should I personally the first person to escape out na leaving you three at a peril is it tell me let's complete.
It's a good thing.
Then there was one new millennium business park in Mape area. I went to Toronto some 9 or 10 years before. So there was one chameleon beauty. Lady, in fact, she was a HR. I went for an interview and she.
HR is the lady.
अच्छा, first she is HR, मुझे नहीं मालूम था. जब जाके मिला बात किया, and she wanted me to join that company. After a few months, I said no, I'm going in a medical. And after few, I think 4 or 5.5 years, I came back for some work. So, हाँ नहीं वो नहीं मरी. Then some of my friends told you know अलग इसने मिले मतलब क्या होता है इसको बोलते वो तो पूरा खंडर बन गया और बंद करके रखा है मतलब क्यों वो girls committed suicide inside that particular arena. And बोलते आज भी उधर अंदर जाएगा तो ये कितना सच है कितना झूठ है nobody knows.
कौन सी कंपनी में?
पूरा वो मॉल ही बंद कर दिया वो business complex था. And then after a long time I went to Lonavala in a car with one of my colleagues. He is my younger fellow. उधर कोई तो कार है ना वो कौन सा कार है पता नहीं.
Yes, I know. Rolls Royce.
Really?
It's a Rolls Royce.
But क्या है?
Abandoned Rolls Royce. Its owner committed suicide. His
No.
wife committed suicide. His child committed suicide. His daughter committed suicide.
ये सब तू जाके देख के आए. कुछ भी हो.
नहीं हाँ सही में.
क्या है? That he showed me that house also. Both the
जो भी वो रोल्स रॉयस लेकर जाते हैं ना अबेंडन हुई हुई उसको ठीक करने जाते हैं उसकी 5 दिन बाद मौत हो जाती
क्यों?
है. No idea.
And seriously, he told me and he showed that 2 villas or something which is close. बोले कैंपस के अंदर ही है सर वो कार जो भी लेके जाएगा उसका तो कटेगा मैंने है मैं नहीं उठाता ऐसा
नहीं आपने ट्राई किया
मैं क्यों रोल्स रॉयस निकालूंगा अपने पास जो छोटा मोटा गाड़ी है एंड रोल्स रॉयस मतलब not every person can afford it is it
That too vintage car.
हाँ
Yes.
और मैं बोला मैं इतने बार इधर आया हूँ सर आप है ना कभी मेरे साथ नहीं आए तू क्या पुट का ये
वो मेन रोड पे ही है वो
हाँ मालूम है he showed me on the left only sir देखो ये बंगलो है विला है मोटा बंगलो
कहाँ पे
before you enter into मतलब खंडाला क्रॉस करो लोनावाला के पहले है
Bridge.
मैं इस आर्किटेक्ट को जानता नहीं
Yeah.
then I make it is it true यार ये जैसा लोग हाँ ये जैसा बोले इसका नाना जी का ये तो छोड़ो So let us write for
Sir, इसका escape खराब.
that is,
Alt F4 no.
no that is why you can't escape out once I mean escape खराब है
बंद कर तोड़ दो.
हाँ,
Escape का रास्ते टूटे.
तो फिर I will write a small piece of letter on the fees please add on to the
तो 5 रुपए का किया.
तो ये पूरा
पूरा किया करके.
write down for low tides low tides are observed when the sun and the moon are at the position of diagram ये वो जो जूनियर एंगेजमेंट चली थी ओपन करता वो भी अच्छा लिखा होगा
सर वो ओवर थोड़ा अजीब बना है बाकी पूरी ड्राइंग बहुत अच्छी है.
बाउंड्री अच्छा करके क्या फायदा मेन अर्थ टाइम इंसान आर लुकिंग लाइक अ गोल गुंबज
सर सर तो लिखना था खाली मुंह ने सर तो.
नहीं he will talk so many things of nice and thing and look at the handwriting filthy the diagram you know this year every 9th standard children is asked to practice a lot of diagram in geography because answers will be substantiated with the diagram and what are you doing with the diagram it's more like a sketch
My teacher told me
Now,
that even if it's not mentioned to draw the
any question asking like this even they will not ask draw the diagram you have to draw it and they will cut your marks
Our school teacher didn't even give a single diagram.
then it is there in the textbook I can't blame your school teacher because you are also like Chand. Right low tides are caused when the sun not sun na मैंने क्या बोला
sunny moon.
sun and the moon are at the position of right angle in connection with earth connection this is how we make a connection suddenly क्या word है? In connection with the earth okay it next point makes a position in which the gravitational forces of sun and the moon
It makes a
position unique position in such the gravitational position of sun and the moon over the earth works in an opposite direction works in an opposite direction what is that word opposite
opposite.
opposite only. Next hence low tides are caused during these days. We now no more writing. We have good 5 minutes to go for your next lecture. But I'm giving you 2 small assignments right now only on define अभी बुक से मिल जाएगी
We have to write.
मतलब क्या है What a tragedy.
आपने बोला no more writing.
हाँ तो this is assignment ना a spring tide,
Fine.
a spring and a neap tide. Actually defined नहीं है, write a note on whatever. It is on page number 114. Spring and a neap tide. इसका लिखी तो देखो. Define the क्या spelling है हमारी लिए?
DEFINE.
Okay, in your notebook it doesn't shows like that.
Uh,
It's okay, it's okay. Go ahead, go ahead. Not bad handwriting. It is the worst handwriting I've seen.
The page number?
117 is it?
yes.
114. Okay, come on guys, let us show some. We just let me put it.
Sir, only 5 minutes, what will you see?
5 मिनट में पूरा दुनिया खत्म कर देता भाई.
Huh?
2 मिनट का आर्टिकल इसका. अब तो इतना आसानी से बोल रहा फाइन ये कर दे कुछ.
All type for.
एक प्रोसेस
So double F4 जी, all F4. ये वाला.
पूरी कर ले भाई.
करो.
हाँ करना. कुछ हो गया तो
पूरा.
छोड़ दे.
हो जाएगा सर.
And you complete that answer. What is a spring and deep tide?
सर डबल क्लिक करो.
नहीं हुआ.
खाने वाले. माउस में. 1 minute, don't worry.
No need. You are there to create all trouble.
हाँ. Screens. Top screen. हाँ.
Pause.
Now you can close this.
Close.
वीडियो लेक्चर खत्म हो गया.
अरे यार.
ठीक है carry on I'm doing it you can.
शेयर.
ये क्या करें.
सर शेयर दबाओ.
छोड़ दे 2 मिनट के लिए I don't want any melodrama. You change the keyboards. Yeah.
Participants.
I've just minimized it without understanding what is it going on. If you look at my
You-
next copy Sharma,
Connection.
copy. नहीं सर वो तो कपिल शर्मा ने वो तो
अरे मैं शर्मा ही लिख रहा हूँ.
नॉर्थ इंडियन है ना. मैं साउथ इंडियन कॉपी
Oh, I.
कॉपी करोड़पति है भाई.
I got. I did.
I can remember. What a time social battle.
सर आप वो देखो ना रोल्स रॉयस का राउंडर रोल्स रॉयस.
अरे अच्छा ये देखना है.
शेयर होगा.
मालूम
Oh my god.
ये तो इन लोग ने बनाया.
सर वो नीचे वाला.
Aisha will have some.
गाइस आपको एक चीज दिखाऊं. रोल्स रॉयस खड़ी है इधर.
खुद ही
क्रॉस
बैग
साइड
है.
वो रेल एकदम बहुत ज्यादा है. इसके पास पीछे की ना एक बड़ी कार है, बड़ा बिजली है. आप तो कितना आगे सब मिला भाई दोनों में आपको बहुत
Aisha now will have
आपको वास्ट कराया जाता है. आपको कोई बहुत सारी वीडियो देखते होगी जिसमें
आना हटे हमसे.
यहाँ पर एक गोल है, ये एकदम बोलते हुए बोलिए है गोल्डन कलर की गोल स्क्वायर है. इसी की वजह से
पहचान लिया है उसी को बताएगा है और आगे भी बताएगा है ना.
कीमत बता रहा
ये
है.
बहुत सही ठीक है.
सेकंड वाला है.
रामा का नानी का.
हाँ ये गुड स्टोरी टाइम. Oh my god.
ये खुद ही बोलता है.
Shit. Shit.
How do you know all these one-liners here? Chalo, let us go to styles of
Water tides are caused by the moon's gravity pulling on the earth. Hi everyone, this is Mr. Lana, and in this video we'll be learning about water tides. When you go to the beach, you probably notice that water is constantly moving in the ocean. This is because high and low tides are caused by the gravitational force of the moon acting on the Earth. Within our solar system, we know that the force of gravity keeps all planets orbiting around the sun. The Earth is constantly rotating on its axis and revolving around the sun. Due to the Earth's gravity, the moon is also constantly rotating on its axis and revolving around the Earth. It takes the moon approximately 1 month or 27.3 days to complete one orbit around the Earth. Although the force of gravity on the moon is less on the Earth because it is smaller in size, its gravitational pull does have an effect on our
What's the
planet.
video, guys?
As the Earth rotates on its
Rotates
axis,
the moon.
it faces the moon at certain times, and the moon's gravitational force pulls on the Earth.
Hey, listen, next week, I'll tell your parents who have not